there, folks. Dr. Savers here. And basically, I'm here to do a very quick review on the new movie, Resident Evil 4 in 3D. Well, what can I say about this movie, but damn. Yeah. I mean, it was... I don't know, it was like a fart. Best way I could explain it. You know, it just happened and it'll drift away. Yeah. Basically, in order to go and understand it, we're going to have to do a quick rundown, okay? For those of you who's been living under a rock for the past 20 years, here's what basically Resident Evil is about. Back in the 90s, PlayStation system just came out, everybody was enjoying it, and then they came out with a game called Resident Evil. Well, it was different than the basic quick shoot 'em up type games, a zombie, ba 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 ba. It actually had a lot of, puzzles, and it just was neat. You know, it was different. It was something that was just cool. It was awesome. Basically, think of it as you have absolutely no idea where you are, and you have only a limited amount of ammo. You have zombies at your heels, and you're just trying to fight to survive. And in order to do that, you have to solve these puzzles. You have to go and kill these certain people. You have to rescue some people. I mean, it was just awesome. I mean, it was brilliant. So yeah, zombies, puzzles, and just basic survival instinct was basically a winning combo. It was awesome. So yeah, over time they made a few more games. It was pretty cool. And then they started making novels. Yeah, a lot of people didn't know about these, but they made novels. It was cool, you know? And the novels were like almost exactly like the video game, except for they had a lot more details, you know, like you actually feel what the characters are feeling like, you know, you understand what they're thinking and why they're doing this, you know. When in the game you're only playing as one person, in the book you actually see the different point of views of the other people. It was cool. I mean, sure, yeah, there was a few misspelling words here and there, but it was cool. So basically we had a lot of cool games. We had the books. So what was the next step? Well, some fat cat off of somewhere said, hey, let's make a movie! Yeah! And you know, it'd be really cool! Let's make it absolutely nothing like the video game or the books. We'll just call it Resident Evil, because it's a cool name. We like the name. People know the name, so if we go make movies about it, boom, they'll go out and see it. And so we have basically the first Resident Evil movie, which was not that bad, actually. I was surprised. It was actually rather good. I mean, it didn't really follow anything with the whole story of the... I mean, it actually had absolutely nothing to almost do with the game, but it was actually rather good. It had that whole Resident Evil feeling to it and everything. And then eventually they came out with Part 2. Part 2 was... it was okay. You know, I mean, they played it good. It went right off the original. It went right off of the first movie, and it was not that bad. I thought it was good. And then, sadly, Part 3 came out. Ugh. I mean, it was like, what the hell? It had absolutely nothing to do with the Resident Evil. I mean, it was just... I think the best way my friend said it was just a fill-in. You know? It's just something to fill in the time period until they come out with some better ideas. I don't know. It was like an over-budgeted zombie film. You know? I mean, George Romero, he made some good horror films. And he didn't have a huge budget back then. I mean, now, I don't know what the hell he's going and doing with his movies now, but... I don't know. Just Resident Evil 3 is just... I didn't like it. It just sucked. But in order to actually see and understand Part 4, you have to watch Part 3. Basically, if you don't watch Part 3, you're just not going to know who the hell these people are, what's going on here, what's doing that, da-da-da. So, yeah, you have to watch it. I'm sorry. Anyway. Now to Resident Evil 4. Well, a lot of people actually complained that this would actually be considered Part 5 because it came out with an animated version between 3 and AfterLife. Well, I don't care. In truth, the anime one actually was a lot more closer to the whole Resident Evil than the Resident Evil movies. How sad is that? So, yeah. Anyway, to the Resident Evil AfterLife. Best thing I could say is take some aspirins before you go in, because within the first 10 minutes, you're going to have a huge headache, okay? Now, here's the thing about 3D. In 3D, they usually do something where it's like one item that's in slow motion coming towards you and makes it look all realistic, and it's cool. You know, over time they have been mastering the whole 3D effects and stuff, which is good. But now imagine 30 things flying at you in slow motion for 10 minutes. 10 minutes. What the fuck? 10 minutes. I mean, it just, it was bad. I mean, and they don't just stay with the one thing on 3D either. They'll either go like in graphics, or else they'll go and have like bullets flying overhead. I mean, imagine this, alright? You have a bunch of bullets coming at you. Then you have the shells of the bullets flying at you. Then you have parts of the concretes and walls and stuff flying at you. All this happening at once, in slow motion, for 10 minutes. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think so, no. But, with that said and done, the story, yeah, it plays right off of part 3. So you need to see part 3 so you can understand who some of these characters are that they're going to be showing. But right after it plays off of part 3, it starts becoming a completely its own story. Yeah, it's like they just like go to a new chapter, which is pretty good. I mean, the story is not that bad, but we'll get into that. But within this movie, you're going to find like new people and a lot of old people. And I don't know, maybe it's just me, but right away when I see all these new people, I immediately can tell he's going to die, he's going to die, she's going to die. She's a good guy, he's a good guy, he's going to live, he's going to die, he's going to die, she's going to die. I mean, it's like, it's really easy to tell who's who. It's like, what's the best way I could describe this? It's hard. I don't know. They really didn't have any kind of developing for the characters. It's just simply is that, okay, you're this guy. That's it. No development for you. You're just gonna die. Yeah. You. Oh yeah, you. You're gonna be the bad guy who goes and tries to betray everybody, and then you're gonna come and find the big bad guys. You're gonna go and join them up and stuff, and then later you die. Yeah, that's basically what a lot of the characters are like. But as for the story itself, I have to say it had way too many plot holes. I mean, half the time you're sitting there, even when you're paying like close attention to the movie, you are gonna find so many holes. Like, who's that guy? Why is that over there? Why did they do that? What is that? What is it for? Why did the zombies change like that? I mean, what is that for? What the hell's going on? I mean, I'm sitting there scratching my head throughout this entire movie going, okay, what am I missing? You know? And they don't explain anything. It's just like they expect you to accept it. And for a person who has either never seen Resident Evil or has never played it or anything, you're going to be more lost. As we come to the end of this review, basically the music is definitely a 10. I mean, the music was really good for this movie. Like a lot of pump action, a lot of good, sad, slow music. I mean, it was really good. I liked it. As for the effects, I give it a 10 plus. Definitely a 10 plus. It was awesome. I mean, the effects were nuts. Just except for the first 10 minutes. Yeah. You may just want to just go and wait and basically buy popcorns and stuff and wait until the 10 minutes are over. Okay. Well, so you don't miss anything, here's what happens within the first 10 minutes. Just saved you 10 minutes right there. The actors, I give them an 8. I mean, it was just too easy to read who they are before they even said anything. Other than that, they were good. Yeah. As for the story, 4. Because there's too many plot holes. You know? You're not going to enjoy it. Even if you pay attention to it, you're still going to miss something, and you're like, standing there like, what the fuck? The fear factor of this movie, even though it's a Resident Evil, sadly, it's a 3. 3. Because they do too many repeats of things. You know what's going to happen. You know that there's going to be a zombie over there. This person's going to die that way. And it's just predictable. Yeah. Overall, believe it or not, I say go see this movie. Yeah, go out to the theaters, pay the $10, $12, wherever you go and live. It depends on how much they charge you. Go see it. Just don't see it in 3D. I know it's going to be impossible to find a place that's going to be playing it not in 3D, but yeah, don't watch it in 3D. If nothing, just wait until it comes out on DVD, buy it, and then you'll be able to watch it without it being in 3D or in 3D. So, yeah. So, definitely watch part 3 before you see this movie, or you're going to be 10 times more lost, and you're just going to have a big headache, and you're going to be sitting there scratching the back of your head going, what the hell did I just see? Anyway, I'm Dr. Stabbers, and this is the Horror Film Reviews.